I'm just doing the preliminaries, just the raw shit,
Right.
you know. Fucking yeah, dog. Yeah, dog. Fucking what? End of the summer side of the game, bro. Shit is looking. I think we spoke a little bit too soon last time. About wanting the cold weather back so soon, you know.
Yeah. They're like, yeah, you want the fucking cold weather, eh? Well, I think so, but it's a nice weekend, so it's probably a good weekend to get the fuck outside for sure because I think next
Yeah,
week is supposed to cool down a little bit, and that's pretty much the end of summer is next weekend, right? Um, well, end of the end of summer as we know it, kind of thing, like
yeah, yeah.
it's next weekend, it's a
Like
long weekend, so we're
that's
gonna we're
and
gonna
that's
get
it.
we're gonna get what we asked for regardless, so.
Yeah, that shit is coming like a balled up fist, you know.
Yeah, man.
Uh,
But yeah, you're right. We spoke a little too soon. I'm feeling a little bit of the blues and shit. But hey, man, I got my fall drip ready, man. So I'm kind of looking forward to just that was always the thing that got me through the end of summer blues was like the back to school clothes and the like when I was younger, of course, and then even as an adult, the fall drip. You know what I'm saying? You get your long sleeves ready, your new whatever jeans ready, your
it's
fall
funny you
shoes
saying that.
fall shoes ready. So I'm kind of trying to look at it like that, but and especially just the fact that I didn't really make the most of this summer really at all, man. I didn't really do much at all, man. You know what I'm saying? So
This summer, well, in all fairness, this summer we were working, bro. We were consistent, as some would say, you know.
that is true. I mean, yeah, we were able to still pump out some work for sure. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I mean, I
yeah,
guess especially feels like that for me just because I just been more focused on like myself with
yes.
the whole shits. You know what I'm saying? The whole shits that was going on for the last little while and all of that. Um, that took up all of my sort of mental space, right? So it just feels like to be honest, I'm in that weird space of like it feels like the last 3 months felt like 6 months. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's why I felt like I was ready for the fall and shit. Cause I'm like, yo, bro, I've been in this state for like 6 months, but it's really only been really like 3 months. You know what I'm saying? Since I, you know what I'm saying, kick the habit. You know what I'm saying? The kratom habit. You know what I'm saying? And like, it was, but it just feels like fucking forever, man. I don't know.
And
So
I have to say, instead of no cap, it's gonna be no crap, dog. No kratom, dog.
no crack, a lie. Yeah.
No kratom, dog. Fuck that.
I was just talking about that yesterday with one of my boys, man. Like, bro, because he was just like, yeah, man, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't fucking with that. Like, you ain't really thinking about that. I'm like, bro, listen. Ever since I stopped and went through those withdrawals, I still got this shit in my cupboard, bro. I don't think about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's not like I'm keeping it for any particular reason. I literally just forget that it's there. You know what I mean? Like,
So let me ask you a question now. What in your professional opinion, because you've used it, you've gone through everything,
mhm.
what would be the purpose for it? Like, what scenario would you? What scenario would it have to be where you advise somebody to use that?
If they're already on something harder like oxys, if you're already addicted to oxys and you wanted to taper off, that might be a good way to taper off. You're probably still gonna be fucked up, but it's maybe a starting point for you if you're on hard shit. Even people on heroin have quit, tried to at least quit
Using
using kratom, yeah, because
really?
it's yeah, because it's not as fucking hard, right? Like it's just not as hard of a fucking thing. It doesn't make you nod off. Like you'll never nod off taking kratom. Like you have to take. I don't think it's possible,
Right.
even though it's still considered an opiate because of the fact that the active ingredients hit your opioid receptors. It's still not near as hard. Like you cannot nod off of this shit.
Right.
So a lot of people have used it, and then on the other side, people have said, "Yo, coming off of kratom was harder than fucking heroin for me." Some people have actually said that, especially for people
Yeah.
who've been using kratom for fucking 15. People come on. You see people on Reddit talking about, "Yeah, I've been on this shit for 15 years, 8 years, 10 years, every day."
Yo, that's interesting.
Yeah, so that's the only time I would advise anybody to be on that. To be honest, and to be honest, I don't mind having it in the medicine cabinet, as I've said before, as an alternative to when you need something, when you're really in some pain and you're really down bad.
Hmm.
I wouldn't sit here and tell you not to have it in your fucking medicine cabinet, but just make sure you get it from a vendor that posts their lab results, because it wasn't until after the fact I swore that the spot that I was getting it from most recently was actually posting up their lab results where you can go and click it, and I swear it was. And then when I tried to find it, I couldn't find it.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So that's a little shady. That's very shady in my opinion. I mean, almost all the other vendors that I used to get from before this place, they posted their shit. You can go click it, and here's the lab results from the last batch and all of that, right? Like, I mean, it's not a regulated substance, but you can get vendors that have some sort of integrity into the product that they're selling you. You know, so there's no excuse. So if you're gonna take that, and if you want that as an alternative to pain meds or stuff like that, and stuff to kind of perk you up if you really needed it, like like I don't know, there could be a situation where you're like, I cannot be sick right now. I can't feel like this. If you're sick, like if you had like the flu, you take kratom, you're at about 80%. Like you don't
Wow.
really, yeah, you don't really feel sick. Like you know the stuffy nose, the blood, like you're dragging it. Like you take that, and then in about half an hour, you do not feel like that.
Wow.
So there,
So yeah.
and
So
if you only
so
get sick a few times a year, then you only have to take that a few times a year, and maybe you don't even take it because you just say fuck it, I'm just gonna chill, be at home. But if you got somewhere that you really needed to be, or you really needed something, then you
ah,
could take that shit. Especially if you only need a few hours of a pick me up just to get you. You know what I'm saying? Because the shit to
right.
me doesn't even the whole problem with it for me, and why I started taking it the way I was taking it, is because it fucking it doesn't last very long, bro. Really, I mean, at least for me, it didn't. It was like it's like a few hours, and the peak of it for the
Mm.
mood, for especially for the mood aspect, which was why I was taking it more so, was for like anxiety and the mood and shit, right? And that peaked out fast for me. But if you were taking it for some other shit, like when I was sick and I was taking it, it lasted for like a few hours. So yeah, you if
Okay,
you need it
I was gonna ask you that.
for that reason, like for that, you start feeling it wear off after a few hours. So you're still good for a few hours if you really wanted, or you were in a predicament that you needed to be a little bit more on point, but you happen to be sick.
Hmm.
Yeah, like a cold, flu, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So there's that. But
So
other than that, I do not. Especially if you have an addictive personality, like I don't think I do. You know what I'm saying?
I can't say that you do, man. Like that's
Well, I mean, it depends on how, who you are, or it depends on how you look at it, right?
right.
Because
Yeah, like I'm your bro. I'm not around as often, but from what I see of you, what I've always known of you, you don't seem like that because you're always pretty good with money, always in shape, no homo and shit like that. Like you're always working. So when I look at that as the package, I'm like, yeah, okay, stable. You know what I'm saying? Like where could the addictive aspect be? I'm not, your shorty or anything who's seeing whatever you're actually your day to day,
Yeah,
right? So, but I would just say,
from
you know what I
from
mean?
from
Like,
that perspective, like
from that perspective,
you,
yes.
because you have, I can't remember how somebody put this. I can't remember where I heard this, but there's like layers to your yeah, I think it was on a podcast. Somebody was talking about like, I can't remember how they put it, but it basically, I'm gonna paraphrase the fuck out of this. Like it's basically like layers. You know what I mean? Like most people
Mm,
only see you from a certain perspective, like a certain layer of your reality, right? Like most people,
100%.
even your wife will not see certain shit. Like when you are in your car by yourself, when you're going places, like they're not. So it's about, yeah. And I know who it was. It was a guy who apparently was either in or used to be in the CIA, and he was on one of
Mm.
those guys' podcasts. I don't know if it was Steve Bartlett or whatever his name is. I don't know.
Is it the guy? Is it the guy with the hair in the back, the frilly hair guy?
I don't know if the hair, something with hair makes sense for this guy. I think he had some kind of hair, but I don't know if you know that
Okay.
there's the guy from the UK, the British guy, light skinned guy, and he always has like beer people on his podcast. You've seen his face
I'll
before.
have to look
I
it up.
might have to share.
I definitely have.
Even if I have to share the screen, I'll do that.
Yeah, you might have to do that still.
Yeah. So
And yeah, because if it's the C, one thing about that CIA, or those FBI guys, like you drop into a podcast every once in a while, and I'll hear them chopping it up. And like their trade craft is really fascinating, man. Like honestly, bro, like to people would call it people watching, but they
yeah.
take that to the other level, the next level. And one thing that I found very fascinating was like a clip or a short or something like that,
Hmm.
and they were saying that they actually, when they recruit guys, women as well, they look for characteristics that are stable but unstable as well. What I mean by that is they actually like people who are paranoid, because they say that people who are paranoid as
Yeah.
candidates are really good at picking up details, and it's just a matter of honing that skill. Like they like those guys because they're powerful. Like they're like, what am I walking into? They're looking everywhere, and yeah. So
I don't know if you saw the screen, but I don't know if it came up. I don't know what's going
yeah,
on.
yeah, no, I see it. I'm seeing it.
Are you seeing
Yeah,
it? Oh,
I've seen that before.
you're actually seeing it right now as you're looking.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, no, my fucking computer is shit. Like I was talking to you yesterday. I really need a new fucking computer. I can't do this shit no more. This is crazy. Yeah, but this guy. So that guy, yeah. So it's funny you say that about the paranoia and all of that. Like, yeah, this same guy who was on this guy's podcast was like, "Yo, the CIA looks at people with anxiety as having like superpowers, bro. Like they
Yes.
have a heightened sense of awareness and heightened sense of their surroundings and the things that's
Hmm.
going on, and like they're sensitive to things, right? So it's
And imagine how much time, and like when we're talking about tradecraft, that takes sometimes years, bro, at least months, to train somebody how to sit properly in a scenario. Like you're going through thousands of scenarios probably.
yeah.
And if you have a guy or a woman who is just naturally just, like there with it, you don't, you can move on to the advanced shit. Like, you know what I mean? So I thought that was very fascinating, bro. Like, like that would be used as a tool as opposed to an everyday life.
Hmm.
Um, like it can be bad, right? Because it's still life generally, like we always talk about, goes one day at a time, bro. You can't make tomorrow happen right now.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So if you're a person who's constantly anxious, imagine how slow that day is going, and you're just like, yo, what the fuck? Like,
Well,
you know what I mean? So if you put
it's
that,
sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off. It just
honestly,
yeah, it comes full circle, literally what you just said, because yeah, the last 3 months I've spent in a pretty heightened anxiety state, and it's like I said, it's time. It felt like I've been in this for like 6 months, twice as long as I've actually been in it, right?
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
so that's just a testament to what you just said. That's all. That just comes full circle. But yeah, yeah, crazy.
Whereas, like, another thing I find fascinating about what you and I went through, and I'm not even trying to diminish what you went through because it's clear, vastly greater in retrospect than what I went through. But that time period felt like a blur.
Right,
And the only reason I took note of it
right.
is because, like, why it was a blur is because it happened to fall on my B day.
Yeah,
So I just remember being like, yo, this is fucked up. I'm not even nice for my B day, fam.
yeah. And then that only comes
Right?
about once a year. So literally, it's like, yep,
Yeah.
all right. I guess
So
next year, hopefully, it's
so
better.
then that's how you start looking at. That's exactly how I started looking. I'm like, all right, well,
Yeah,
and so I just kind of just disregarded it. So
yeah,
everything that came with it, the long weekends, the even the pain, all of that. I was just like, okay, well, that's usually my little season, my little section of the season, and
yeah.
I got robbed. So
Right,
like, but I'm healthy, so so it's interesting that you say that it like doubled, whereas for me it blurred. Like
right,
it was like I can't really, I can focus on the pain aspects of it, but I
right.
can't focus on like the time, like,
Yeah.
like glimpses, like being at work and having the water cup, significant things, but probably not to the extent where you're saying, like, if your time feels like it doubled, that's crazy,
Well, it's
bro.
a different. We were in a totally different scenario, right? I mean, because I don't know. There's a lot of factors to factor in. I mean, you was in pain, and you was taking meds and stuff for the pain, right? And for
Right.
me, I was literally the
If it
opposite.
was,
I was getting off of some shit that was, you know what I'm saying? And then
yeah,
so it was like a totally different thing. And then on top of that, like the one thing I think we had in common was like just not being able to sleep. You know what I'm saying? For a lot of the
yeah,
times, and but
yeah,
like I mean,
that, bro. Yeah,
and
man.
I couldn't take nothing to help with it. I mean, nothing knocked me out. Like nothing,
Yeah, nothing was working towards the end.
nothing. Yeah,
Like,
right. Nothing would
I,
work. I went and got these strong ass shits. You know something is strong when the doctor's telling you, "Yo, go easy on this, man." Like not only the doctor's telling you that, but then even the pharmacist that gives you the shits, like, yeah, don't use this if you don't
yeah,
have to.
if anybody knows us, bro, they would know the synchronicity, bro. Because like literally, that's what's happening. When the man gave me the perks,
Yeah,
I was like, what do you like? What is a perk, fam? He's like, yo, you see, because you said that, that's why I'm giving it to you. And then he started to try and break it down. Like he's like, yo, this shit has codeine, it's all the good stuff.
yeah,
And he's like, you have to be careful with this shit. And then same earful I got at the pharmacy. And them shits was not working, bro. I like them shit didn't work. So I was like, that's when you get into that weird headspace of like, okay, is this what my life is gonna look like? How can I
yeah,
make this a thing where like you don't see a future, you're just like you dig in, bro.
yeah.
Pain, I have to embrace the pain now. So fuck it. Now I'm like, all right, cool. Like, it hurts. Like,
My
that's
gosh,
it.
yo, yeah, embracing it is crazy, man. You know what I'm saying?
Right?
Because when when that shit first started happening with me, I had like 12. The first 12 days was like was if I didn't experience sleep at all, almost like
Right.
whatever sleep I got was like wasn't even sleep. So then there was a days where my eyes would just be open, damn near all night, just up for no
Yo.
reason. And it's like and again, like, and then just like how you said, not to diminish what you went through, but I would understand if there was like a pain that was associated with it, but it's just nothing. It's just like your brain is just the sleep mechanism is broken. Like that's what it feels like, and it drives you crazy, bro. Like it's because it's just nothing. It's like there's nothing stopping you from You know what I'm saying? So there's no explanation. So then that's when the anxiety just goes off crazy, right? So then that was happening first 12 days, and then like 12 days later, I'm like, yeah, I had my first night of like sleep. I was like, wow, I slept last night. Oh wow, that's crazy. And then I continued to be able to sleep for the next like 12 days. And I don't know if I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was because I just decided to go right back into my old life. I was feeling great because I didn't eat that first 5 days or whatever. So I felt lighter. I lost maybe 15, 20 pounds. And, everybody was saying I was looking good and all of that. And I'm just feeling good. And, one of my boys
Feeling a
had
little
his,
weird sometimes.
that's what I'm saying, because when one of my boys had a birthday party and everything, so yeah, I pulled up. Yeah, we turned the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Drinking,
Yeah.
drinking. You know what I'm saying? And then I think it was the Sunday, or was it the Sunday or the Monday after that weekend, after the 12 days of being able to sleep, boom,
Hmm.
just hit me again. Just couldn't fucking sleep. And then that basically since then, and that was 2 months ago. And since then, sleep has just been broken. Like now I'm at a point, even now, like I don't
Hmm.
I don't sleep for more than 4 hours at a time, 3 hours, and usually the four is actually a good night. That's more rare. 5 out of 7 days of the week, I'm waking up every 3 hours. Every
That's
three
fucking
hours
crazy.
consistently too, right? So it's night. It doesn't matter. If I go to bed at 10:30, I'm waking up at 2:30. Not even 2:30. Sometimes it'll be like 2:20 something. So it's like really like I'm waking up every 2.5 to 3 hours. And I could go back to, the only difference now is that I could go right back to sleep pretty
Mm.
easily. You know what I'm saying? So even though my sleep is fragmented, it's still like, but at one point, after that 2.5 hours of waking up, I can't get back to sleep. 3.5, whatever it was, I was not able to get back to sleep. And that was lasting for a minute. And, and it's crazy though. But, when I think about it, I spent
Yeah.
a lot of my life like that. Like like when I think about it. But for me, it's just frustrating because I always had those times where I know that I could sleep 7 hours, 6 hours straight. You know what I'm saying? Like it was never this consistent where I'm really consistently waking up. Like I don't even need to look at the time. Like I go to sleep at 10:30, and if I wake up, I know what time it is, bro. And then I look at the fucking clock. I look at the clock, and it'll be two something every fucking time. And like like I said, the 2 days out of the week, I'll look at the clock. Oh shit, it's three something. So I got like 4.5. Oh shit. Okay. Then I'll go back to sleep, wake up maybe an hour and a half or 2 hours after that. So, in total, I'm getting my 6 to 7 hours. And I like even this morning, I think I probably racked up about 8 in total last night. I probably went to bed like 12:30 or some shit like that.
Okay.
Woke up at like 5. You know what I'm
Wow.
saying? And then went back to sleep. Woke up at like 8:45, 8:48. I think the time was
Jeez.
8:48. So I'm like, all right, bet. So I am able to get back to sleep, but it's still not. It's still like crazy how
Broken.
I will not sleep past 3 hours because it's weird. And it was weird because I was telling my boy this yesterday, and he was just like, "But yeah, that's me too." You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, okay. I mean, yeah, people don't even know unless something significant happens, you might not even know that you're experiencing something like insomnia, for instance. Like you might not even realize it because it's just and that's for me. Like that's when I think in retrospect, and now that sort
Right.
of the anxiety part of it is kind of calming down, and my nervous system seems to be calming down. I think about it, and I'm like, this is not necessarily abnormal for me. Like I definitely had times in my like I don't you like a lot of the time I was not sleeping through the night like that. You know what I'm saying? I was often going. I was always the person telling people, "Nah, bro, I 5 hours last night and I'm good." You know, like I was saying that for years, but that went out the window when it was so severe that, like, you know, you go to bed and you can't sleep, and then when you finally do sleep, you realize you were only asleep for fucking an hour and 20 minutes, and yet you're fucking wide awake. Like you, like it's the craziest feeling. Like that I've never experienced before, for real. So that
Yeah,
just put on another switch for me, and I was just like, so, but yeah, no. I mean, it's a lot better now. I mean, I'm definitely not complaining now. I mean, now I'm at a point where I don't. I was dreading going to bed. You know what I mean? For the longest time,
I imagine.
right? The idea of going to bed gave me anxiety. So now I can't sleep. Now it was like it's hard to even explain. You're looking at your bed, and your bed is a negative. Like you're looking at your bed, you're like, it's just I can't even describe it, bro. It's like it's like I don't even want to. I was considering just sleeping on the couch and shit. I didn't even want to look at the fucking bed. I thought to myself, like, yo, what am I gonna do if I can't sleep tonight? Should I just go walk around at night? Can I be in this? Can I be just in my place, just closed in like this? Like, can I do this? I don't know if I could do it. And you just, but now it's not like that, which is blessed. But this the sleep is still broken. So, but yeah, it was crazy, crazy experience.
Much better than before. That's how we can,
Yeah,
ask for is better than, you know, every man should, be aiming to be better than himself the day before.
yeah.
So, I mean, if it's an improvement, it's an improvement, whether incremental or not, right?
Oh, for sure.
Leaps and bounds are incremental. So that shit
Oh,
is,
for sure, man.
fantastic to hear, bro.
Thanks, man.
6, 7 hours collectively, you know,
That should be,
that's a
yeah.
thing, man.
Bro.
80, I
I
remember you was
am
telling me 80 minutes, dog. I'm like, 80 minutes, nigga, what the
80
fuck?
minutes, 80 minutes, an hour and 20 minutes. And to be fair, the next day, so this is the thing, right? Like, that's where it was tripping me out too at one point, because it's been so consistent for the last 2 months. I'm bugging thinking, yo, am I getting worse or am I getting better? I don't know, because it's like throughout the first month, there were days where I slept the day after that 80-minute joint. I slept 12
Yeah.
hours the next day. And it was like probably 8 of the hours was consecutive through the night. So, and then there was other days of 8 hours, 7 hours, 6 hours consecutive. So, but then at one point, those little days that were sprinkled in there of those long stretches of sleep, they just went away. And even though I was able to get to sleep, no problem, because before that it was getting to sleep and staying to sleep, right, and
Right.
staying asleep. But then it turned into being able to fall asleep absolutely no problem, but it was just the staying asleep, and that was been the most consistent. So I didn't know if I was getting worse or better, but now in retrospect I'm thinking, well, obviously the combination of not being able to get to sleep and either stay asleep, meaning those nights of 1 hour and a half of sleep, 2 hours of sleep for the whole fucking day. Then the next day is pretty much the same thing. You rack up the sleep debt, right? Enough. You rack up enough sleep debt to get that night where your body has to stay down for like 8 hours. But that wasn't happening because I guess the consistency started to build as far as being able to get to sleep, and it maybe started to normalize that ways. Now it kept me on this consistent thing of, no, you're gonna have to wake up every 3.5 hours, and you know uh you may or may not be able to get back to sleep. And so that was kind of the thing. But when I think about it now, it was getting better, even though it didn't feel like it, because first of all it took so long, and then secondly it's just mostly just because of the fact that I racked up more than enough sleep that to get a few of those nights in the beginning where it was like whatever, 8 hours, 7 hours, 6 hours straight. But yeah, anyways.
I'm not sure if you seen this one. This is the last thing we could speak on this.
Yeah.
I just sent you something on the on the thing if you want to check that out.
Yeah.
But you might have already seen this in your search because of everything he was going through. But I don't know if you want to pull it up, but
yeah, hold on, let me a second. I'm trying to like I I was able to transfer shit from because I got my iPhone and then I have the fucking and then I have the my desktop which I can share shit to, right?
right.
So let me see if I could do that. I mean, I don't like holding up the pod like this, but
No, no, no.
it
Well,
would be nice to be able to, you know what I'm saying? Like to do that. Okay, airdrop. Yeah, so I can airdrop. Let me see if it works.
yeah, but this is another episode of the motherfucking Brothers Grimm. You know, here with your boy AK.
Hey, here with your
Uh,
boy Dub, man.
yeah, while Dub works on that, man, we just here right now. We just trying to float a
Yeah,
little
I mean,
beer.
it don't look like it's coming up, but let me just.
It don't even if you pull it up to the screen and just show it, it doesn't matter. Like that episode particularly for you, when you feel in whatever, just take that one in. That one did numbers for me, and
Okay,
I don't
bet,
know.
bet, 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 bet.
So
All right.
like that was a one us for you, but yeah,
What can
man.
you talk
Seeing
about?
as how,
So can you give a brief summary of?
well, seeing as how it's on topic, it's like it's just a sleep doctor, and he was just,
Oh,
right. He since I didn't really want to go into it because he was already beat the shit out of that one. So, but yeah, he's just a sleep doctor, and he pretty much defines the reasons and just sleep in general, like what it's
yeah,
for, like
yeah,
how we use it,
yeah.
and his perspective on it was very interesting, and it was like when somebody when somebody and you do this a lot too, like when somebody has knowledge but it's not theirs,
Sure,
you know the
sure,
difference, right?
sure,
You know how it sounds different, right?
sure.
That guy right there seems like he has the knowledge,
Got you.
like, you know what I mean, like it's his, like so when he explains it, it's as free flowing as us talking. So that
Yeah,
he talks sleep. So,
yeah,
yeah, like that, and he put a different spin on how I was viewing shit. And uh, I guess at this point, I would only bring it up at this point because you are where you are in that particular journey. So,
yeah,
anyways,
yeah,
whenever you get a free chance, if you want to. So, there's a few things that was popping in the news that
yeah.
fuck, man. I'm
I
just
don't know if
picking
I heard
from the
anything to
top.
be honest. I've kind of been a little bit out of the loop, but yeah. What are
Uh,
we talking?
shit, dog. Uh, she that's it drew a
I
blank as
mean,
I said that. Yeah.
right? No, and I feel you too. So we could. I
Yeah,
mean, I don't
man.
know if you want to. I don't know. I know you shared a video in one of our group chats there. I don't know if you want to bring that up. I have a few videos and things that.
Yeah, run.
So I have.
Yeah,
All right.
run one.
I can run. All right.
Okay.
Let me run one of the more recent one. Let me see what I got in the collection, and then I'm gonna see.
I don't know how big you are into conspiracy, but did you hear about that alien craft that they're predicting is supposed to come into our orbit in the
No,
next couple of months?
no.
So essentially, and like just depending, like again, let's just consider it a conspiracy, but it is in the news. You can see it, like so. Uh, so they said that NASA telescopes picked up an object that was, you know, a noticeably big object in our fucking solar system, like in our galaxy.
Okay.
And why they picked it up was because usually a body in space will just pick an orbit, whether it's free flowing rock. Eventually, at some point, it will pick up a gravity and it will orbit. But this thing was changing trajectory. So that means it was turning and then it would course correct. And then it almost looked like after a few times, it looked like they were actually jumping planets and they're saying that the trajectory was coming towards Earth. And not only was it predicted to come towards Earth, it it's going to come towards Earth, then it's going to go behind our sun, and just based off of the course corrections it's been doing, they predict that it's going to come into our solar system, like literally in front of our sun, which would be very close to us. Now, how do they track this thing? How can they tell that this thing is changing speed? Well, when you look in telescopes, from what I understand, work in like light waves and shit like that. So there are certain light waves that are stronger and certain ones that are weaker based on the distance that they have to travel. So if you're looking at something that's red very far away, by the time that just means that that's the only color that comes through. Right. Is this it? No, this is not it.
Well, okay. There's this one that says interstellar object could be on reconnaissance mission. Does that sound familiar?
That
Oh,
one is an older one. This one is a
it's
set of
August 10th. This is August 10th, 2025.
I was just looking this up the other day. Okay, so I'll explain it because I don't want to get off course. And then, so how they were able to track it essentially was like there's a whole bunch of different. They have like a time lapse photo,
Yeah.
and it's like blue, red, green, blue, red, green, blue, red, green. Now, if something is going at a constant, it would usually be one color, right? So let's pick blue, whatever. If something is constant, when you're looking at something in the sky, you're looking. That's what you're looking at. So if you lock onto that thing, you'll be able to track it over X amount of time, and it will be constantly blue, 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 whatever, right across your screen. Let's say, but this one, when it changes color, it changes in speed, and that's what that color difference means. So it's going fast, then it's going slow, and then something else is happening, and then it's going fast again, and it's going slow. And like rocks don't do that. Like, you know what I mean? Planets don't do that. They usually lock onto a gravitational force and they pull. So let me look this up because I was looking it up the other day. Fuck, man. And then I'll just send it to you.
Well, I thought you was a man that don't really believe in space like that.
Mm, okay, so it's not about. No, this is not the one. Yeah, that's a whole conspiracy thing right there. Like because I've been looking into like the moon lately,
Okay.
and like the moon landings and these kind of things,
Yeah. So
and
what do you think about the
it's
moon
like
landings?
respectfully, I used to think it was real. Then shit.
When did you used to think?
Okay, so this one, this picture right here. How can I send this to you? I'm gonna send this
Or do
to
you
you
want to
right
just throw
now.
it up on the joint? If you send it, hmm.
I can't share on my screen.
Yeah, I know that's the thing, right? Okay, so just send me. Yeah.
Let me see. So okay, I don't know if you guys can see that.
So is this a video?
No, this is just a picture. This is how
So that's
they're
they're
tracking
displaying
it.
the color and stuff. So you're basically
Right,
saying that the color changes indicate that this is like some sort of a controlled object. It's not something that is like a comet or something because it would have sort of had one speed because its speed is dependent on gravitational pull, and that
right,
gravitational pull is obviously it's not going to make it slow down or speed up. It's just going to lock in to
right.
or at least for an extended period of time. I don't know because I don't know if it gets closer to or if it's an orbit thing. Yeah, it's going to be a constant thing. Okay, I get that. Okay, okay.
Right,
So
right.
saying those color changes don't really add up to
Yeah,
something that would be um a comet or something. Okay,
right.
fair enough.
So, So they're saying interstellar comet could be alien craft, Harvard scientists say.
Yeah,
Right.
that looks like the
And
same one that was on this thing. That looks like the same one. That's
well,
exactly what that one that I was about to that one that I was.
I thought you were showing me this one. There's like
Nah, look.
hold
It's
on.
Harvard's physicist says massive interstellar object could be alien probe on reconnaissance mission. Yeah.
I thought you were showing me this one.
Which one? No, that was at the top. That was just I don't know why they put that picture up on that. That was like the AI overview, and the AI overview was trying to say, yeah, no, it's not. So are you
Yeah.
seeing? So are you
Yeah.
seeing
Alien
this?
probe on reconnaissance. Yes.
Right. So
Yes.
so let's take a look here. So astronomers recently discovered a rare
So
interstellar.
that's what I was.
Okay.
So that's what.
Rare
So that's what
interstellar.
I was. That's what I was.
Yeah, this is the one you're talking
Yeah.
about. So, interstellar object passing through our solar system, and a Harvard physicist is sounding the alarm that its strange characteristics might indicate it's more than just a typical comet. Maybe the trajectory was designed. Dr. Avi Loeb, science professor at Harvard University, told Fox News Digital. If it had an objective to sort of be, if it had an objective to sort of to be, what the fuck? Does that even make sense? If it had an objective to sort of to be on a you're reading this right, like I'm not fucking crazy, this is how they
Probably a typo.
wrote it right. If it had an objective to sort of to be on a reconnaissance mission
Put the
to either
yeah.
send mini probes
If
to those planets or monitor them,
if it had
it
an
seems
objective
quite
to sort,
they might have typoed that. That doesn't seem like proper sentencing.
anomalous.
Yeah, it seems quite
Right.
anomalous. Yeah.
Yeah. That's
So the
interesting.
object, so, yeah, the object dubbed 3I slash
Yeah.
Atlas was
Definitely.
first detected
That's a
in early.
definite typo.
That's a typo. Yeah, no, for sure. That does
Oh,
not make sense. Was
sounds
first
like we
detected in
probably
early
jump back
July by an
in.
asteroid terrestrial impact last alert system or
Yeah, I have to
Atlas
jump back in.
telescope located in Chile. The discovery marked only the third time an
Well, this
interstellar
might be a
object has been
first,
observed
guys.
entering our solar system, according to NASA.
Yo,
Uh, my computer
see,
is ass
this is the technical
asinine.
difficulties that these shits be talking. They should be talking about the aliens, you know, drop signal and thing. Kind of thing is that? Let me see if this guy is gonna jump back in on homo. Like this shit is still actually recording. It's crazy to me. Let's see. Let's see if we can see what's going on. Yo, it dropped you. I'm here reading the article, and then I'm seeing you calling me. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Reading the whole fucking article, like on some motherfucking journalist type shit. You have to jump back.
No.
You have to jump back into the thing. I still got it on record. I'm just recording this.
So you're on still.
Yeah.
What, man? This shit is telling me unable to connect.
Okay.
Okay, let me stop sharing and see if this fucking works. Like,
Yeah.
bro, I need a new computer. This is ass. I can't do this.
The fucking CIA fucking said no. You guys aren't allowed to push that out there. You crazy? As soon as we started. Just very strange videos that look like unidentified flying object.
What is this now, fam? Oh, this is what the
Fuck, man. So you're telling me because it was a video, is that why it's fucked up? Because that whole video, so that video was loading the whole fucking time.
Wow.
And I didn't even know that was a video. Chat support. No, man. No, chat to no blood clot support. No, I fucking record.
The ass. The fuck about record. Yeah, chat record.
Chat.
Yeah.
And this is my fault, man. This my computer is ass, bro. My computer is fucking ass. I need a new blood clot computer.
That's like, we'll just refrain from sharing for a bit.
Yeah, refrain from sharing. So I guess since you're still recording, I don't know, man. Do you want me to? I don't know if I could even jump back into the same shit.
Just use the email.
All right, let me try that.
Try the email. Because it's set up like I'm running point now, which is cool. That's cool. I can run point.
Yeah, which it yo, man. I don't know why they don't come up with something else, man. They decide this shit, man. Like, cause honestly, bro, like, Riverside is cheesing me, bro. You guys are fucking cheesing me, bro. I know you're still recording, so if you're hearing this, Riverside, step the shit up, bro. We're supposed to be able to have a joint account where we can just both log in, both run point.
Like,
no fucking problem. Like, fuck off.
But there's this one thing. Fuck, man. Yeah, dang.
All right.
See if I'll let you win this beer. If I'm not mistaken, you should be jumping in. Hold on.
It's loading up now. I don't know why it's taking so fucking long. Yeah, man. Shit. Now I gotta set up the whole shit.
Yep.
Alright. I should be able to just join back in now.
Yep.
Alright. Alright. So we should be good.
Oh, yes, sir.
All right, back in this bitch, man. On the
Guess
other
what?
side, on the other side of the screen now.
Right? Fuck, man.
That's halftime. Like, you know what I'm saying? This is the next half. And so now we switched fucking sides, pause. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
Oh, man. Switch nets and shit. So, yeah, well, how come I'm not? Oh, okay, I see why. Because I'm not, okay, I'm not the thing no more. Okay. Yeah, no, so, okay, so that was interesting, though.
Yeah, for sure.
That's definitely interesting. I mean, where, I mean, look, where I am with aliens is, I think I've said this before, like, you know, I'm pretty, like, sort of, convinced, I would say, if there's an alien theory that I sort of would stick to, it's just the fact that, like, if you think about it, I mean, what is life gonna be like? How many times we said that there's supposed to be a doomsday. It was 2000,
Mm-hmm.
right? Then it was 2012, right?
Right.
Now I think the new one is supposed to be 2027, if I'm not mistaken. A
Yep.
lot of people are saying that there's going to be an intervention of some sort in 2027, right? So if nothing keeps happening year after year, and civilization just keeps going as we are on the trajectory that we're on now, especially technologically and all this other shit,
Mm-hmm.
you could imagine what a human being is going to look like in what, I don't know, 10,000 years. Let's say something crazy to make it believable, right? 10,000 years from now. Okay.
Right.
It's a small amount of time in the grand scheme of things, in the grand scheme of what they say is the life of the sun, and you know, in the grand scheme
Yeah.
of things, right? Because we're talking about like the pyramids are supposed to be like 30,000 years old, right? So
Right.
10,000 years is nothing.
Right.
So let's just say 10,000 years. The path that we're going on right now,
Mm-hmm.
what is that going to look like, right? We're already making AI, we got the AI going, we got robots and shit that are like, what is it going to look like, right? And I told you that there was this guy, his name is Daryl Anka. He claims to be a channel for an extraterrestrial being, and he's been doing this shit for years. Like, I
Yeah.
mean years. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the man looks like there's footage of him doing what he's doing. Like, he will get into a room, a seminars type setting, and he'll get into this meditative sort of state where he's doing like this breathing exercise, and he's gets into this mode, and then all of a sudden he pops up and he's talking all different and shit, right? And this is the basically him saying that he's now tuned in to the frequency that allows this extraterrestrial being to basically talk through him and use him as a transmitter,
Right.
basically. So when this happens or whatever, you know, he starts talking about shit, and like you see footage of him doing this when he was young. Like, there's footage of him. So, I mean, and I only say that just to say, like, does it make it a little bit more believable? Well, sure. You know, I mean, it takes a lot of effort. There's no pen, there's no pad, there's no teleprompter. So for him to do what he's doing off the top of his head is pretty impressive. Not saying that he can't do it and that it's not some kind of cap, but I mean, I don't think it really. The only important part for me with this is that what he said in a documentary that I watched about him, and it
Mm-hmm.
wasn't, well, let's just say what, when he was in that meditative state, and let's just say, like, you know, hypothetically speaking, that this is true, the extraterrestrial being through him said that the Greys and the aliens that people know as the Greys are actually us in a parallel universe, or you can call it the future, but technically it's not necessarily our future, you know, but it's a version of the, you know what I'm saying? So it's like the future, but it's not necessarily this, because the future can change every single fucking day. The future is changing, it's changing. So it's basically like they're from a parallel universe that is ahead, that's already ran this trajectory, that's already been through these phases. They've already had the smartphones, they've already had the AI come out, they've already had the atmospheres and the green gases and the pollution problem get to its absolute maximum, to the point where human beings couldn't even really survive on the surface of the earth anymore. So basically, they had to start living underground, and where they started engineering human beings, basically. And what you're seeing when you see the Greys is basically that's what you're seeing, is engineered humans. So he basically said there's like they're basically our descendants. That's who these Greys are, essentially. So
Okay.
so basically, yeah, and so the part that's I guess the part that makes it, because it's like, okay, and having the technological advances that, you know, we probably would have 10,000 years from now, if we stay on this sort of trajectory, if there's no sort of intervention, if there's no flood or something that, you know, resets us, like, you know what I mean, as you know, you've heard in a lot of other kind of theories as well, like the, you know, these resets and all this kind of stuff. Say that doesn't happen in the next 5,000 years, this is, or 10,000 years, or however long, then that's possibly something that is going to look like something like that, right? Where, you know, they have the technology, and what they're doing is they're engineering human beings in a certain way now. But what he was saying was that these Greys, they lost their soul and stuff. And, you know, like basically how we go, and so how we're doing it right now, how we go back and we dig for information on the past and try to crack hieroglyphics and, you know, try to dig stuff up and try to search for stuff. Well, their version of that is talking about this thing called the soul, and, like, you know, the emotional part of it, and, you know, what is love, and these things like that. These are things that are lost to them. So
Mhm.
what they've done is, so what they do, what they have the technology. So what they try to do is they try to come back, and that's where the theory of the abductions happen, because they don't have emotions, but they found a way to get back to a timeline that is, where people had these feelings and emotions and stuff, and they would abduct people to try to sort of hybrid crossbreed with them to create a species that was still them, but also had the aspects of, the human, of being human, that they lost over the years. So, and what they were saying was that, like, at first, that's why abduction seems so scary to people when they got abducted, is because these guys didn't realize that they were fucking scaring the shit out of these people. They didn't know how to handle them. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
They just thought it was okay because they don't have that sense of, and they're here doing experiments on people. So it's like they're evil, but really they don't realize what they're doing because they don't have that aspect of being human anymore. So that was as he was explaining this, I'm like, this makes the most fucking sense to me as far as a alien theory. Um, yeah, not to go. I mean, that's not totally on the topic. I mean, we're talking about a possible craft entering the thing. So, and also there's other stuff that I mean, I'm gonna ramble forever if I fucking keep talking about this thing,
No, like
Scott.
I mean, it's interesting to hear your outlook, like your point on the point of view on this, because like I mean, it is a super opinionated thing, and like
Yeah,
uh, you never know how deep it runs in somebody, like because you like this is something our pops showed us from time. He used to show us movies and be like, "Yo, this." He used to say shit like, "Yo, the reason like they're putting this shit in movies because it it's a thing. Like people only
yeah,
put things in movies that they know about. Dog. Like
that
you
they
don't
know
just
about.
make some fucking shit up. No, they had to have seen it somewhere. And Pops was
Yeah,
telling us that from when we were young, fam. And like, yeah, you're
yeah,
looking at Pops like, oh, you're crazy. But then you grow up and then you start to see the shit.
yeah,
And it's like, and then now you're seeing Harvard professors talk about, you know, these
yeah,
type of things, and you're reading articles, and government have the CIA has conducted many experiments in regards of clairvoyance and especially militarizing that kind of thing, like you know what I mean, like so why would the government put X amount of dollars in a project and make it black if it's not worth looking into. You know what I mean?
yeah.
There is something there. And like I always wondered, bro, like, this kind of brings up a good topic. Like, you ever think about like, there has to be superheroes out here.
Oh, yeah, 100%. I
But
am. Yeah,
I think there's not only is there superheroes here, but they had all the experiments. So instead of, you see how the story of the superhero, the way that we were brought into it, like the Superman, he came here and eventually he kind of gets sought out. Like, he puts on the mask. The whole thing about Superman is that his costume is a human, and Batman, he fucking is super smart, and he dresses up in a costume, and that dynamic and all these different little uh what do you call it? Like pieces of culture, subculture and shit like that. Those people got to learn all of this shit and learn what not to do. So they keep it super, 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 super low key. Like
yeah.
no government's gonna come and fucking
No,
no government's gonna come and fucking experiment on me when I've seen all the X-Men movies. Are you kidding me? And the Avengers? Like, come on, bro.
yeah. You're not gonna fucking come and jam me up and then have me in the fucking lab like Wolverine, cut my shit up and do all types of shit to. Nah, you ain't catching me like that, man. So yeah, yeah, yeah,
Right?
yeah. I see what you're saying. Um, yeah, I think I don't know how. I don't know to what extent there are superheroes. I don't know if there's people that can fly for real. I don't know how far it goes, but I mean, you could look at declassified fucking CIA documents
I
where
have I
they
have one right
were,
here. That's why I had my head down looking at. I was reading one.
yeah.
So
So Yeah, the one about the, like you said, the clairvoyance and like the remote viewing and stuff like that. Like that was
Yeah,
something that they were fucking with for real. And I mean, there's arguments of, you know, the validity of like if it worked or not, you know, but the fact that they tried it, I mean, we don't know if it worked or not. I mean, they could just be saying it didn't work just to let people think that it was just some cockamamie, some fucking bullshit.
right.
Meanwhile, it fucking does work, and they're still doing it to this day, and they might have advanced even further with whatever we don't know what the fuck they're doing, bro. So
It's
they, they,
funny
they
you're saying it's funny you're saying the remote viewing one because I have a CIA declassified document here actually that I've been wanting to bring up, man, and it's called
yeah.
China's Kid Psychic.
Oh, okay. I
And
did see that one. I seen one about some other guy who they were fucking trying to get to see the where the Ark of the Covenant is. And the more interesting thing to me was why are they interested in the Ark of the Covenant, right? Okay, what is that? Wait, well, so what is this photo though? Like, what is this? Is this a book
that's
or?
just that's what the you know how the PDF comes, like you download the file, right? These are the images that they put, I guess,
So
in
where
the
did you
document.
get this? You got this from the CIA website, right?
Yeah, and I'm kind of on the fence about that myself too. Like, you know, it's
Sure.
cute, but like, I mean,
It's supposed
yeah,
to be the CIA official website, though. I mean, I've been there. I skimmed through it myself as well, and it's supposed to be. Do I totally believe it? I don't know, right? Because I mean, why now do they want to put this shit out there? Like, what's the reason? Like, it's kind of weird, but I mean,
okay. So
oh,
in a series of 8 tests, the girls were placed with Chinese symbols under their armpits. In 109 subsequent tests, the messages were sealed in special envelopes. According to the scientists testing the girls, the subjects scored correctly about 85% of the time, and they did not cheat. In another experiment conducted by Su Xinfang and his group at Anhu Normal University, a boy and girl said to have EHF, which is the thing that they're calling it, reportedly guessed not only hidden messages, but also the color of the pencil used to write each message. The scientists said that the children scored correctly 91% of the time, but scientists could not identify their targets in total darkness. A special physics research team from the High Energy Institute announced that the children with EHF could expose film in light-proof containers when engaged in such activity. Moreover, the children seemed to emit light, quanta, and electrical waves that could be picked up by special biodetectors. So these motherfuckers would glow in the dark, dog. But the most remarkable news came from that meeting. That meeting was the deep involvement of Qin Su, known in China as the father of the missile. Before returning to China in 1955, Keen, whatever, however you say it, QIAN, had been the Goddard Professor of Jet Propulsion at Caltech and the director of the rocket section in the U.S. National Defense Scientific Board. Thanks to Quan, by 1980, China had successfully launched 12 satellites and fired an intercontinental ballistic missile 10,000 meter. So I guess they're just referencing his importance to this project, that he was in this project. So it's not no Lele guy. This guy is fucking making ballistic missiles that can fucking literally put the point of it in a fly's asshole 10,000 kilometers away. And he's involved with this project and he's overseeing this project, you know? And there is more to it, but I used to read.
So their job essentially would have been to identify targets that are far away, so that he can pinpoint them and send these missiles to those targets.
Yeah, like it's
It's
a
basically all espionage. Like it's all pretty
yeah,
much
they're
based
trying to
around.
weaponize it. They're trying to
They're
weaponize
trying to
these things.
weaponize it for, yeah, because that's the. I mean, the safest way to spy would be if somebody can just use their brain and just go there and tell you, hey, look, this target is over here. These are the coordinates, right? But
Right. So I
Yeah.
guess it
So
started
a lot
from
of the stuff that I've seen as far as declassified CIA stuff has a lot to do with that. I haven't seen anything other than that. Like I don't
yeah.
know, like
Hold
that kind
on.
of
It
stuff,
says
psychic
this is
stuff.
this is also in the report. So this is in 1980. It says reports began coming out. Okay, so it says, and again, it's fucking cut off a little bit, but boasted a skill that Chinese researchers had by now named extraordinary functions of the human body. These children claim to do far more than read with their eyes. They said, they said, decipher hidden messages with fingers, palms, scalps, abdomens, feet, armpits, and buttocks. One 9-year-old girl even claimed she could read messages by touching the crumpled paper with the end of her pigtail. Reports began coming in about Chinese with powers of telepathy, clairvoyance, X-ray vision, and psychokinesis, which is to be able to move things with your fucking brain.
Yeah.
The typical child was between the ages of 9 and 14, but a few were as young as 4 years old. Fuck, man. 25, and as old as 25. And it was estimated by Feng Hua, a traditional Chinese physician, that there were about 2,000 such gifted children within the Chinese population of 1 billion. So that was what I was trying to get at.
Yeah. Oh, wait. Sorry, you were trying to get at about
I was trying to get some kind of figure, like, So
some
they
kind
were
of.
saying, that that guy in the 1980s said that at 1 billion, there's about 2,000 of these extraordinary
Oh,
people.
that's where you're trying to get at the number, right? So out of 1 billion, there's about 2,000 of those
But the
that they
girl, like,
know
what
of. That they
that
know
they
of,
know of.
right?
So, and if a girl can fucking with her pigtail touch something and read it, you know,
That's what I mean, right? Like those are the kind of yeah. So that stuff I believe that because um I believe that I believe that. Have you ever
uh,
had Have you ever had a dream and it would be something simple, right? I had a dream, not a dream, but I mean I've had dreams before where it's literally me just getting up and putting on a shirt. Like let's say I have a fucking I don't know a shirt that I don't know would put on. I don't fucking know, right? So
yeah,
I get up and I put the fucking shirt on in the dream. You know what I mean? And then I wake up and for the most part forget about the dream and then just go about my fucking morning. And there's been times where I wouldn't remember that I had that dream until I actually am I'm putting on the fucking shirt. And I'm like, wait, what the fuck? I did
it's
this
like
already.
it's like a delayed or like a preemptive, like, yeah,
It's
like
like
you
a
see in the
premonition
future,
almost.
right?
It's like a premonition, yeah. Has that
Yo,
ever
do you?
happened to you?
uh, Come on, fam.
Yeah.
To the point where and it's like, and like the same, like, sure, bro, like
It's the
the
same
same. I
the
don't even
lighting
care.
in the room. The lighting in the room will be the
Look,
same.
you're not only that, your path will be the same. Like,
The
yo,
path, the
why?
path, the path. You're like like yeah. Let's say you get up, you do something else, and then you go here, and then you do that. Like the actions are the same. Like and as you're going through the path, wait, this is exactly what I did in the dream. I
And it's
went
not, and it,
upstairs.
right,
I
right, and
went
it's
in
not
the
a deja vu. It's
no,
not
it's
a
not
deja
deja
vu.
vu. It's not deja
Right.
vu. It is literally like, yeah. I went here already in the dream. Like this, it literally. I was gonna go in the cupboard and get this, and then I went upstairs and I got that, and then yeah.
Every motion is the same.
Every motion is
And,
the same. So they say everybody. They basically say that everybody is psychic, right? Like these are things that anybody can do,
yeah, I
and
believe.
there's a
Uh,
school, bro. There's a fucking school. It's damn near like motherfucking Mutant Academy, and they have they teach you astral projection and bro. From what I researched, bro, like people are saying that they do this. Like there was a lot of people that said, yeah, I went to the school and I can do this now. I can go. places and shit.
See
Yeah.
now, you see like okay, you see now this brings up another topic, like you know what I'm saying. But first, I want to talk to you about what your viewpoint on a deja vu is,
Man,
because I
you know
think
what I
as
think? You
okay,
know what I saw? You know what I thought about maybe that a deja vu could be?
right.
I thought that maybe a deja vu could be like, yo, you're kind of you might have like I don't know if you switched to a different universe or something real quick. I don't know. Like I don't know. I was thinking something like that.
So,
Like
so do you know what the conventional theory of it is?
no, what is the yeah? That's a good. What is the conventional theory
So
of
the
it?
conventional theory on a deja vu is that your brain resets in a
Oh
manner.
yeah, yo, so your brain shuts down for like a nanosecond or something, and then it
Yes.
starts back up. And you, the resetting and the starting back up of it is the why you feel like, oh yeah, a bit,
But then I'm like, nah, fam.
No, I don't fucking buy that either.
Because I was like, nah, bro. I be remembering shit like, dog, the deja vus is weird, bro.
The
Like,
deja vus are very weird. They sometimes and they're so strong. Sometimes they're strong, like where it's like, yo, what?
you want to hear? You
You
want to hear
start
my theory
doubting
on
if
it?
you're dreaming or not, or some shit. It's crazy.
Yes, yes. And what happened, like in a daydream? You see, deja vu, daydreams, these premonitions. I'm telling you, like lucid dream. These are things, bro. These are
Yes,
things that if you
big
can tap
time.
into.
If
So,
yeah,
you want to hear my theory on what a deja vu is? Because
yes,
now that we have an understanding of the conventional theory, so mine is, and I wrote it down, but I'm not gonna because I feel strongly about it.
yeah, no doubt.
It's it's a fucking here I am saying I feel strongly about it, but I'm still looking for this shit. Fucking so I think it's when you go through a deja vu, because remember, deja vus don't always happen, right?
Right.
I think there is a superhero using his superpower, whether it's good or bad, within that vicinity. And
Okay.
that's the because with every action, there is a reaction, right? And that
Yeah.
is the reaction of using his power. So you get a deja vu. So whether it captures you in that physical time and this seems very familiar to you, or it brings it to your past, because that happens too. So depending on the level of which he's using his power, it either can send you to the past as a deja vu, like I felt this before, like this has happened. Everything is the same. Like it's like you're waking up and like you're in a movie, and you're like, yo, you know. And it can either be in the present or revert you to your past. So I think that like a superhero is using his power at that moment, and it's just kind of drawing that collective whatever, maybe it's memory that he uses or whatever, and like you know what I mean. So like I was
Okay.
thinking,
And that's an interesting theory, man. That's very interesting. Yeah.
I was
That
writing
is that is interesting.
I was writing I was writing a fucking movie, a zombie movie
Hmm.
the other day, and that's when I was like thinking about it, like you know.
Yeah. I mean, so yeah, even when you ask me like what do I think it is, like so the only reason I'm saying this because it's such a wild theory. The only reason I'm going to say this because I've actually seen two people that online that have actually said the same thing,
Okay.
and it's wild, but like, and I don't know, it's not necessarily about deja vu, but deja vu could be a part of it.
Yeah.
But basically, when you think about like say the multiverse, right? Like the multiverse theory, like let's say that theory is true. Like let's say that there is an infinite amount of outcomes that are pretty much already sort of happening all at once, right? So there's almost technically infinite amounts of like there's a day that you decided to drink a Coke instead of a Pepsi, for instance, right?
Uh,
Like maybe not that, but I'm just using that as an example.
yes.
When you make this decision, there was still such a chance that you were going to pick Pepsi instead of Coke that you actually did. So when you chose Coke, you branched off. Now there's a version of you living right now that might be, very, very, very close, if not the exact same as what you're living right now. But that person decided to pick Pepsi instead, and conversations around them picking Pepsi changed everything about their reality. So now you guys,
Yeah.
the guy who picked Coke and the guy who picked Pepsi, they're basically living on a different timeline, a parallel universe.
Yeah.
So the only thing for me about that is like, okay, if that's the case, then why would that be I don't know if I don't know if the right word is a function, but why would that be knitted into the fabric of the human experience? I almost could say I have a theory that I don't believe the theory. I just think that it's just a theory
Right.
that the reason why something like that would even be knitted into the fabric of the human experience is to have you and the you that you think you are, like you're constantly thinking that you are living like this, constant, linear, right? Your lifetime is linear, right? You were born on this date, 2 months ago this happened, a year ago that happened, and it's all in the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
So that's your perception of it, right? And it's supposed to be like that until you reach a certain point in your life where I guess you grow old. So maybe like it's you have to go, like you might not grow old in another universe, you might have died already. But
Mm-hmm.
you don't realize that because the whole purpose of the multiverse is for you to keep experiencing life until you get to your old age or whatever. And to be honest with you, nobody knows what's going to happen at their time of death. Like nobody
Right.
knows. So at the end of the day, somebody could have died. Like we've
Like
had
the
people that have died, and but really they didn't die because in another parallel universe they're living until they really need to, whatever
yeah.
that looks like. And it's like that is a like I guess a portion of the theory. I guess it's there's another person that really summed it up a little bit better, and I wish I saved their video.
Mm-hmm.
But I just for me the main thing is just like, okay, like it's the multiverse thing, it makes sense. And then like there was times, bro, where I went to bed and
Mm-hmm.
I woke up and things were just not, things that were supposed to be there were not there. Things that like I thought, like I was sure that would be there when I woke up, they were not there. There was one time where it's just like I went to bed, I had a food, went straight to fucking bed pretty much, right? So I know
Mm-hmm.
that I have, and a lot of the times when I do that, I'll wake up and the food is there and it bothers me. You know what I'm saying? So I'll pick it up and I'll fucking take it out and shit. So obviously there's a
Right.
chance that I just didn't remember that I did that. But that's a rare thing for me to not remember that. And I remember one time I got up and I'm like, nah, what? I did not do all that. I go out in the kitchen and everything is clean and I'm like, I woke up thinking, oh, I gotta clean, I gotta do this. It's already fucking clean.
Mm.
And I'm like, did I fucking die in my sleep or some shit in this other reality and then woke up in this other reality? Because that's what happens. You just jump until
Then
yeah.
that would make sense to think about it. If you to add to your theory, that makes sense in this. What do they call that? What's the theory that the Mandela effect? So to add
Yeah,
to your
yes. That
to
way,
add to
yeah.
your theory,
Yeah.
what's happening is all of us jumped, like you're on that screen and you jump to this screen now,
You
and
jump to this.
enough of us jumped onto this screen now, and we're in this
Yes.
version, and we're like, yo, hey, where's the cornucopia, bro?
Where's the
Where's the fruit of
cornucopia?
where's the fruit of the loom? Where's the eye thing? you know,
Yeah,
the Berenstein Bears, you know.
the
So some
Berenstein
of,
Bears. Yeah,
so you get to only stay in that version of the multiverse if you make the decision that keeps you there. But
yes,
if you
yeah,
go against what that multiverse is, then you're in this one. But there are people in this multiverse that this multiverse is for them, and they're doing the right thing, so they're going straight. We jumped in and we
yeah.
tried to change they shit up. It was never like this. Like what the fuck? What do you're my speed? It was never like this.
It was never like this. Exactly, exactly. Yeah,
You
shit like
know?
that. Yeah, the Mandela effect. That's another one that comes into that whole play of like multiverse. It's basically just it's a branch off of the multiverse theory, really, right?
Yeah,
So, um,
yeah,
another
yeah.
fascinating thing to me is the multiverse theory for sure.
Yeah, multiverse is nice, except for if that's if that's the case, because I believe in a creator, in the creator, that this is all by design,
Yeah.
then I am here, you know? And the only time I will ever experience that is in probably like a dreamlike state.
But here's the thing. Um, just believing in a creator doesn't mean like the multiverse doesn't x out the being a creator. I mean, at the end of the day, you're supposed to feel like you're here, and that
Mm,
you're supposed to feel like that. You don't need to know what's going on in behind the hood, as long as you have trust in your say. Let's say you have trust in your mechanic. You don't need to fucking stand over the man and watch him work. And even if you did, you wouldn't understand what the fuck he's doing anyway, because you don't know how these things work.
that's
You
true.
just need your vehicle to be going where it needs to go. You bring it
At the
to
end
him.
of the day, yeah.
At the end of the day, that's all you need to do. You don't need to know what's going on. But is it fascinating? Is there some times where you might say, "Hey, how did you do that?" Like you might ask questions, and you might think, "Oh shit, well, this is actually kind of fascinating." And if your mechanic is good, he'll say, "Well, yeah, take a look, right?" So I don't think it's wrong to, you know what I'm saying. I think that if you believe in a creator, which I do as well, I think that's all a part of the design too. You know what I'm saying? That's supposed to be in there. Doesn't mean you have to perceive it that way. Doesn't mean that you think it makes sense, but it doesn't mean that you can change any aspect of your human experience. You still got to go about things the way you're going to go about things, and
Mm.
and learn, and accept the challenges, and go through the challenges that you got to go through, like regardless of if there's multiverse or not. I mean, that might be there to sort of cushion you, and for you it might be for you, like for real, you know what I'm saying. And that might be an aspect of what, if I believe that, then I believe he created that. Let's put it that way. You know what I'm saying?
There's creation and there's perversion, right? And
Okay.
I think that creation is beautiful for sure, but the perversion of it, which also can look like something created, is dangerous. You know what I mean? And that's why there was a lot of things that I stopped kind of looking into in regards of like, for example, just like a basic one is lucid dreaming,
Okay.
right? Now, lucid dreaming is very fascinating of a thing,
Yeah.
but your presence, your body, like first you have to understand what you are. There's the shell, and then there's your soul, and then there's your conscience.
Yeah.
So you have to be certain of which part of you is actually traveling in those situations, doc.
Right.
And you don't have control over it. And
Right.
can you? These are things. These are mechanics. Just like if your mechanic is to bust it down, he ain't got the time to explain that. They got to work on his car.
Yeah.
So you go and try and fucking build a fucking engine, yes,
Right. Right.
and
Right.
it's like you're in deep waters.
Yeah, and
And
I'm not saying, like I said, I'm not saying you're supposed to mess with these things, but if it's created, it's created, and it's created. Like you trying to mess with it, maybe, yeah, that part is maybe the perverse part or whatever, right? But
yes,
it's
yes,
it's just, but it's still a part of it. Like, it doesn't mean that you need to mess with it though. It's just
yeah.
but you accept it as a part of the design, and you just leave it at that.
Yeah, it's definitely part of the design. My wonder of it is more like, what is the purpose,
Oh,
right?
that's
Because
what I'm saying. Yeah, yeah, exactly.
like,
What is
what is the
exactly?
purpose of that? Like, what is the purpose of a deja vu, fam? What's the purpose of
Yes.
day, like actually daydreaming? And what does that
Yeah.
on paper look like? What does that look like? What is it for? Like, you know what
Yeah.
I mean? These are functions that happen that can consume you. You know what I mean? Like, and
Yeah.
it's, yo, you know what I want you to take in before I forget? There's
Yeah.
this movie called Warfare. It's on
Okay.
Prime. However
Okay.
you take it in, take it in. This movie, probably one of the best movies I've seen this fucking year. And I still haven't seen Weapons. And I'm hearing nothing but good things about Weapons, and I'm hearing nothing but good things about Superman.
Weapons and all right. Let me see. I gotta save these now. So we got weapons
Yeah.
movie.
The new Superman,
Yeah, the new Superman. I hear nothing but good things about that as well.
right? There's a movie called Him.
Weapons is a horror movie.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to watch horror movies
Thriller,
anymore.
thriller, 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 not horror. Thriller.
This does not look like no
Big difference.
thriller. This looks like a
Big.
motherfucking absolute horror movie.
Does it classify it as horror?
Well, this is where I'm trying to find out, but it's not really. I'm not seeing the genre for some reason. Why isn't it pop? Why can't it should just horror mystery? Yeah, horror mystery.
All right. So, if you're ever feeling brave, weapons, you got to watch this movie called Him, which
Okay,
is
the first one that
Jordan
you said was warfare, right? Warfare.
Warfare, 100%, bro.
Okay, got that warfare. Oh, I heard about this movie. That is something I definitely know. I love war movies, even though they're fucking gruesome. But
This one,
I love
this
war
one,
movies.
fam, and I'm not even gonna say nothing on it, but this one right here, I was watching it last night, and I'm like, I'm up, I'm sitting up, I'm like, and I don't do that. I don't do that. And I was buff. I was tired. I turned
Yeah,
on this movie and I'm up. I'm like, yo, what's going on, fam? Like, what are you talking? What are you talking about? Are you kidding
Mhm.
me? And like,
Yeah.
yo, it's a mad thing. Like, I was literally up at the edge of my bed. I had to pause it. I'm like, yo, I'm gonna K and watch this when I can. Like, I want to rewheel it. So Warfare is that. Then Him, which is Jordan Peele's movie with Marlon Wayans in that,
I seen that. Yeah.
and Superman. It didn't come out yet.
So him is the one. Him is the one that you were referring to one time we were talking, and you were saying that there was some movie coming out.
Yeah,
That they didn't announce it yet, or something like that. Or I can't remember. We had that conversation. You were telling me about it.
yeah. No, I was saying that I don't want to watch the trailer, but I know it's coming out. Oh
Okay.
yeah. They didn't have the trailer for it at the time,
They didn't have the trailer
and I
for it
was
at the
and I was glad that they didn't have the trailer because they didn't spoil the movie for me. So
Okay, so you didn't want to see the? Yeah, I don't think I want to see the trailer for that one. Apparently he's coming out. Speaking of Marlon Wayans, I think there's a scary movie that's supposed to be coming out again.
like scary movie or
A
a
scary,
scary movie.
the scary movie.
Oh, so they got control back of it again.
Maybe because apparently what I'm seeing is that they got all the old cast back in there. The same, what's her name, the white girl. They've got what's her name, the whole cast. I mean, I guess um
Farrah something. I remember that fucking name.
something. I fucking yeah, something like that. But yeah, she apparently they're gonna be back. It was just one post that I saw, so I'm not sure if you heard
Yeah,
about
but
that. But
Warfare, you gotta tap in.
that's
Like
gonna
that's
be.
a
I'm tapping in with that today. Like I'm tapping
that's
in with
yeah,
that
that's a
today,
tap
if
in.
anything.
That's a
But I
tap, and
gotta.
make sure you got your snacks, bro. Make sure you got
Yeah.
your. You're
Oh
not
yeah.
gonna want to leave that one.
I ain't leaving
You're not
that
gonna
one.
leave that one.
No. That one is
Mm,
getting. That one's getting washed. 100%. I gotta throw that in, but I gotta finish Godfather of Harlem though too. I gotta finish that because it's been taking over my life. Like I've just
right.
been so committed to that show, and I've
So
gotten
you've
through.
gotten past the part where, because the last thing I seen in Godfather of Harlem is Shorty is there's like a rally and she speaks like
I am basically well, I'm in the last season, and I got like
oh,
probably
okay,
three.
so
I got like three more episodes to go, so I'm not far off of finishing that. I'm gonna probably finish that this weekend, but I could throw. I could throw in the movie. I could throw in one of those. So I'm gonna throw in Warfare in there for sure.
yeah, man, Warfare is big time, dog. Warfare is
Yeah,
big time.
man.
Yeah, man. So I don't know,
Yeah,
man.
man. I mean,
Maybe we could wrap it up with a little
we
easy
could wrap it
question.
up. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
A little would you rather just step on no?
yeah. No doubt. I like it. I like it. I like it.
Okay, I got one. I seen this one yesterday, but it's would you rather get a text every time your parents smash versus a text is sent every time you smash? It's obviously a silly one. Yeah, so yeah.
Definitely. I'll send a text every time I smash. Then I'll. I don't want no. Fuck it. I don't even. What that first one is crazy.
Yeah, that is wild work, fam. Like I wouldn't what do you what can you track off of that? I can't know. I'm
Yeah,
not trying to like that was an immediate. I think everybody on that show. Shout out to Squadcast. I think I seen that one on that. The next time, man, we gonna get into that the athletic question. But for now, y'all, this
yeah,
has
no
been
doubt.
another episode of the Brothers Grimm. Here with your boy AK.
And you're with your boy Dub, man. Y'all take
You
care.
guys bless up.
Peace.
Remember, don't leave. Don't leave. Like how fucking donkey I left. Like what the fuck, bro?
It
Yo,
should be
it's
all
still
right.
recording. It's still recording. Okay, so then who has control of that?
You do. I think
I
you
don't.
do.
Nah, I don't have control of
But neither do I.
it. Okay,
I literally cannot stop it. There's no. All I can do is leave. That's it.
we both sunned ourselves over here. That's crazy work.
That is hilarious, bro.
Oh
Man,
man,
both kicked ourselves out, like literally locked out of our own pod. Can't stop. Can't stop it. Well, I think if we both leave, we should be blessed. We should be blessed. It should be good. It should upload, fam. It should. So,
all
all
right.
right, you know. So, okay, it says, yo. So it says when the recording is done, you may need to stick around a little to upload your high quality recording. Yeah. So somebody's got to be able to stop recording. Oh fuck. Hopefully this doesn't. Hold on. Yeah, bro. We're gonna have to hope that this shit just fucking
Odds, yeah. That's fucked up.
holds, man.
All right,
All right, bro.
all right,
Well,
man. Just now,
we're
dog.
gonna hope for the best, man. All right. Don't know.
Don't know.
Peace.